What's good, YouTube? On the Sticks, back today with some more Stick Talk for you guys. And today we'll be talking about the Nintendo Direct that we had earlier today. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, share it with your friends. And if you want to hang out with me while I play some games live, you can do so over on twitch.tv/onthesticks. I'm live most mornings during the week around 11 a.m. Eastern time, and I usually go through around 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And I play a variety of games. Right now we're playing through Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and I'm also a music producer, so sometimes you'll tune in and I'm making beats. So come hang out with me and my community as we cut up, laugh, and just catch up on all our gaming news. So today we had our Nintendo Direct. It was 50 minutes long. I know a lot of people had a lot of different things they was looking forward to seeing, with all the rumors popping up of rumors of the Switch Pro, rumors of the Legend of Zelda collection. I don't know what other rumors were floating around recently, but definitely that Switch Pro one and the Zelda collection one were big ones. And a lot of people was hoping to see Breath of the Wild too. So I can go ahead and let you guys know none of those things were really talked about that much. Breath of the Wild did get a nod saying it was coming later this year, so that's good that people will get that game later this year. But they covered a good bit of games. I'm gonna run through the list of games, and the ones I found interesting I'm gonna speak on a little bit. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video and let me know what you thought of the Direct yourself. So they started off the Direct talking about the new characters in Super Smash Brothers. As usual, they added some more sword fighters. They added Pyra and Mithra from Xenoblade Chronicles. I'm not too familiar with Xenoblade series. I have a couple of the games. I think I still have, I have Xenoblade Chronicles X for the Wii U right there still. And I did pick up Xenoblade, I think it was 2. I had picked up 2 earlier last year off a really good deal, but I never got around to playing it because that kind of game really strikes me as something that really takes a lot of time to legit get into. So I just couldn't commit to that time sink for that game. So I don't see myself getting into that. But I do want to get into Smash Brothers. So, well, back into Smash Brothers. So maybe seeing them on Smash might help me get back into wanting to play Xenogears, but I doubt it. But I definitely do want to get back into Super Smash Bros. Looking to do like some community nights with my community in that, some friendly competition, nothing too serious, but all of us just hanging out, having a good time, getting some battles on in Smash. And next they moved on to Fall Guys. Fall Guys was a big thing when it dropped on PS4 for the free PS Plus game, as well as PC. That was going really crazy. So I feel like this right here will bring back some hype for it and add up more players to it. Hopefully it's cross-play and everybody can play with each other. I think that'd be very good for the game. If not, I still think it'll be very good for the game in general for Switch players. I expect a lot of people to be playing it on their Nintendo Switches. Maybe I will go back and check it out. I don't know. I fell off of Fall Guys back around when it first launched. I probably played it for a couple of weeks, but then I just fell off of it just because I had other things to play for Twitch and YouTube. Then they showed Outer Wilds. That's a fan. I think it has a lot of fans. That game has a lot of fans, definitely. So I think a lot of people probably will check it out on the Switch. Me personally, I doubt I will. They showed Famicom Detective Club, 2 different games. Not a game for me, but I can definitely see a market for that game. It might be something like my girlfriend's might be into. Maybe she likes games like that, so she might check that out. Samurai Warrior 5, Legend of Mana, Monster Hunter Rise. People going crazy for Monster Hunter. I was all in on Monster Hunter World when it dropped, playing it with my friends. A lot of time sunk into that. Monster Hunter Rise, I don't know if I'm gonna get into. I know I have the same group of friends that will be on there, so maybe they'll be able to convince me to get on. I don't know. I know my new homie Panda Claus. Check him out on twitch.tv/Panda Claus. Check him out. He's planning to do a lot of content for Monster Hunter streaming, as well as on his YouTube channel, doing a lot of guides and walkthroughs and things like that. So that might get me into playing it a little bit, but I'm not sure yet. As of right now, it's a no for me, but I'm so flip floppy when it comes to not getting games or getting games. Who knows? Somebody might can nudge me across the line and get it, but as of right now, I probably won't. But the new trailer did look good. I like what I seen on there, but it's like I said, it wasn't enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm ready for this. But it was nice to see, and I'm sure a lot of people did like what they seen from the trailer because I think it was all new gameplay or some new gameplay with some cool stuff on there. Oh, and then they showed Mario Golf. Low key, I got pretty excited when I seen the Mario Golf because I used to love Mario Golf back in the day, and to see them finally bring it back, I know a lot of people have been asking, "Where's the Mario Golf? Where's the Mario Golf?" Well, they finally showed it. They showed the traditional mode, and that you could use the motion controls. And then they showed the speed golf mode. I think that looks pretty cool, where you don't have to wait your turn, and it just showed the different characters running around. And as quick as you can get to your ball, I think you can go ahead and have your turn again. So I think that'll be pretty interesting. Very funny for like some Twitch streams and stuff like that. Should make for some hilarious moments. And they show the story mode, and I think I'm pretty interested in that as well. You get to create your character, go through the different things for the story mode, earn your skill points. I'm a sucker for grinding out skill points in a game, so they might have me with that alone. The story mode and the speed golf mode might be enough for me to get that game, but I'm most likely going to pick up Mario Golf. They showed Tales from the Borderlands. I started Tales from the Borderlands back on, I can't remember if it was PC or PlayStation. Only got through the first chapter, so maybe I will pick it back up for the Switch and just have it on the go. I feel like that'll be a good game on the go, but I'm not sure. But I am glad to see Tales of the Borderlands making a return. It also returned on Steam, so I'm happy to see it return on Steam as well as here on the Switch. I love Borderlands. Borderlands 2, one of my all-time favorite games. Hopefully this will get more people talking about Borderlands. That's great for the world, you know. The more people on Borderlands, the happier everyone will be. Let's see what next did they show. They showed Capcom Arcade Stadium. Not really something I'm into, but I'm sure a lot of retro gamers will be into that. I can't remember how many different games it has, but it showed a variety of different games on that, even some Street Fighter games. So I'm sure that will make some people happy. They showed Stubbs the Zombie. I had never heard of Stubbs until recently, where one of my homies, Calm Epidemic, check him out over on twitch.tv/Calm Epidemic, brought it up in a stream one day, asking me if I've ever heard of it. I had never heard of that game. He's like, man, I can't believe you never heard of it. It's a pretty fun game. So for it to randomly pop up here, this Nintendo Direct, as we were watching it, was pretty funny. And I can say it does look pretty entertaining from the gameplay they showed, where you're a zombie going to take over the town, turning everyone into zombies for part of your zombie army. So it definitely looks like something that could be fun. I just don't know how much time I would want to spend on playing it. I don't know if it'd be like one of those one and done type deals or something I could jump back in every now and then. But as of right now, I don't see it as something I would sink a lot of time into consistently. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm really looking for a game I can really sink a good chunk of time into as of right now. Because I already got a good slate of smaller games I know I can beat. That's one of my goals for the year. Beating more games, completing more games. So I do need one that I can really sink some time into on the side as well. Next, they showed No More Heroes 3. You know, a lot of people are hyped up about that. I think it said it's coming out in August finally. So I know that's a big deal for that group of fans. I did enjoy in the trailer when they showed the section that looked like Final Fantasy menus and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. Because I think the different worlds are all themed out to different game series or something like that. In No More Heroes 3. No More Heroes 3. So seeing that Final Fantasy menu really got me hyped for it. But I don't know if I check this game out. Part of me feels like if I do, I should probably check out 1 and 2 first, because I haven't played either of those, neither. But if I was to get into 3, I would definitely have to check out the previous games first. But I've never really been into No More Heroes like that. Not to say that I'm just not a fan, but I just haven't looked it up enough or been exposed to it enough to know if it's something I would enjoy or not. I know it has a lot of odd jobs you have to do on one of the games to collect money, or like side jobs or chores and stuff like that, like mowing the grass. And part of me feels like I would enjoy that. I know people talk about how they hate doing stuff like that on games, but part of me like doing the simple mundane tasks or stuff like that in games just to complete goals and tasks. You know, you doing that to raise money to do your fights. I feel like I wouldn't really have a problem about doing that. So I don't know. As of right now, though, I don't see myself getting it just because I'm not too familiar with the series and the franchise. I would probably watch somebody play it on Twitch though, definitely. They showed this game called Neon White, and I feel like that'll be a good speedrunner type game. It said, let's see, what did it say about that joint? Let's look it up. Let's look it up right quick, chat. I say chat like chat here watching like I'm on Twitch. Dang. Life of a streamer. Let's see what it said about Neon White. A lightning fast first person action platformer set beyond the pearly gates of heaven. Neon White features, you can play as Neon White, an assassin plucked from hell to compete with other demon slayers for a shot at redemption. Collect soul cards to attack your foes or discard them to use unique movement abilities. Compete for the best times to by cleverly combining cards to discover master shortcuts, uncover heaven's mysteries by getting to know the other assassins. Did you know them in a past life? Okay. From the description, it sounds pretty interesting from the description, but from the gameplay, I don't know if I would really enjoy it. But it might be okay. I would have to try it out. You know, it's very fast paced. And like it says, it's based off cards and stuff. And from this, what it's saying, you can use different combinations to unlock different secrets. I feel like that's kind of interesting. And it's asking if you happen to know these other hunters in your past life. So it sounds like it'll be a little bit of you figuring out mysteries to figure out if you might have known some of these people. So I don't know. They might be onto something with that game. I'm not all the way sure yet, but Nintendo might be onto something with that. And then they showed DC Superhero Girls. I think that's the name of it. DC Superhero Girls. I don't think it's something I would play, but it definitely seems like a game my girlfriend would enjoy. And some other people I know seem like a game they would enjoy just because it seems, I don't want to say girly, but definitely girly, a girly superhero game, you know. A lot of times I'm sure women want to get into superhero games, but they probably feel like they're too masculine for them to really get into and enjoy. So I feel like this might be a good entry point for people looking for a more, I don't want to say feminine, or a more toned down superhero game, less intense superhero game, something that's more family friendly or just easier to play, you know, and not too intense, that they can just get into and see some different superheroes that you might not normally see, and a side of superheroes you don't normally see, more of a kiddie or friendly type aspect to them. But it looks fun. I'm not gonna lie about that. It looks fun. Look like it could be interesting, but not something I would be too into. But like I said, probably something for my girlfriend to play, and I would love for her to get into that and then have her become more interested into superheroes and supervillains and stuff like that because she played this game. So I can see that definitely happening. They showed some Plants vs Zombies, long running series. People who love Plants vs Zombies probably will go crazy for this. If you know about Plants vs Zombies, you already know what you're getting. So probably not too many surprises here, which is good and bad, you know. The Metopia game, like once again, I can see this really being a good game on Twitch or YouTube with all the character creation and stuff like that. And people will probably do some role play with it as well. I don't know if it's something I would get into, but I can see people sinking a lot of time into it. Once again, another game where I might not play, but my girlfriend probably would play and would enjoy, just because of the character customization levels and stuff like that. I don't care too much for character customization in games unless I'm super invested in the game, that I want to do all I can to my character to make them look the way I want them to look. But most of the time, I don't really care. I go to the default character and just get the game going. I don't care. I usually have to ask my girlfriend, hey, how should I make the guy look? You know, that's her thing. That's her area of expertise. I leave to her when I'm making characters. And they showed Mario and Animal Crossing crossover. If I was still into Animal Crossing like I was when it first released, I would probably be a little more excited about that. But just because I fell off so much with Animal Crossing, it didn't really do much for me. Mario, I'm a fan of Mario, but do I really care about it being put into other games like that? Not really. I'm not that big of a fan, but like I said, I'm sure some people are. With this being a Nintendo Direct, there's probably people watching who went crazy for it. Mario fans and Animal Crossing fans that really enjoy that kind of thing. you know. But I'm all for crossovers in games. But give me a Mario crossover into like damn Borderlands 2 or something like that, then I'm all for it. But yeah, that was cool to see. I'm all for more crossovers between games and stuff like that now. So I had no problems with that. Then they showed Project Triangle Strategy. At first, I thought it was a new Fire Emblem game. And then I seen the art style, which looks super dope. I thought it was another Project Octopath Traveler game. But when they finally showed it off a little bit, it looks more like Final Fantasy Tactics if it continued. So I guess a good comparison would be all three of those games put together. Look like something you could sink a lot of time into, something that you have to really pay attention to while you're playing. Will it be something I check out? I don't know. I think they put out a demo right after the direct. I might have to go check that out. But I enjoyed Fire Emblem Three Houses. Project Octopath Traveler, I never got around to checking, but I really wanted to try it out. And Final Fantasy Tactics, I've never played, but I've watched people play it, and I feel like that's something I would kind of be interested in, just because I'm interested in Fire Emblem, and I do like Final Fantasy. So I feel like that would be a good combination for me. And like I said, it could be something I could sink a lot of time into. So with this game, Project Triangle Strategy, I wonder would they even keep that name like they did with Project Octopath Traveler? Or do you think they would change it to something else? It's going to turn out to be another Final Fantasy Tactics game. They just haven't named it that yet, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if they keep it as Project Triangle Strategy, as weird of a name that is. Octopath Traveler was a weird name as well, but they kept that, so you never know. They showed this game called Star Wars Hunters, which is a free-to-play online competitive shooter, I think they said. And I was surprised by that. To me, it looks like a lot like a Fortnite game. So they might be trying to hand it something to compete with Fortnite, which might be an insane thing to do in some people's eyes. But I'm not surprised they're trying it out like that. And it's free to play, so they have a chance of having some success. And I can see a lot more companies trying out this formula for games to compete. You know, the cartoony art style and the online competitive nature of games. Sony recently tried it with Destruction All-Stars. It has a cartoony, vibrant look as a Fortnite game would, and it's all about online competitive play. Unfortunately, I feel like Sony games fell a little short. It's not a bad game, in my opinion, but I feel like it lacks on the fun side. I feel like it was a good idea. It has a nice art style to it, very vibrant, lots of colors, has multiple characters you can try out with different abilities. But the core game to me is just not that fun, in my opinion. Some people might love it, might enjoy it, but it's just not that fun to me. So maybe this game here, the Star Wars Hunters, it will improve on that formula and actually have a fun game at the core. I feel like that will go a long way to compete against games like Fortnite and Apex and Warzone, stuff like that. If it's actually fun, people will play it. And I guess having the Star Wars license with it will help out a little bit, you know. Star Wars fans will be drawn to that, and it'll help people be more willing to try it out just because it's Star Wars, you know, rather than just some random made up characters that you have no knowledge of, you know. You might recognize the Wookiee and be like, oh, I might try this out. I know this guy. Or Boba Fett, you know, or Baby Yoda. They put Baby Yoda on there at this point. And Mandalorian, people gonna go crazy just for them alone. So we'll see how that turns out. Then they had Knockout City, which is basically like some extreme futuristic dodgeball type game. I know Yaya in the chat during the stream was like, it's bringing back elementary bad memories of dodgeball games. And be sure to check out Yaya over on twitch.tv/Yaya Martian. Super cool streamer. But yeah, I said I can see this bringing back bad dodgeball memories for a lot of people. So maybe it is just extreme dodgeball, or maybe there's more to it. Definitely something I'm probably going to skip. Unless it's like free to play or something like that. But didn't interest me that much. Let me know if it interests anybody out there. And let me know if you have any bad dodgeball stories as well. They showed World's End Club from the same people that made the Zero games and the Danganronpa games. And I instantly felt like that was the case, because I want to say the game started just like the Zero series game started, the one I played. But it looked pretty cool to me. I'm not even gonna lie, it looked pretty cool. It looked like something I would want to check out for the story aspect and the art and probably even the gameplay. It looks pretty interesting to me. Definitely a sleeper hit potentially on my end. I definitely didn't know anything about this game, so that was one of the things I was hoping for this Nintendo Direct. I was hoping for them to show some games that I had no clue about, like some good surprises. And this was definitely a good surprise. So far, the game could come out and be complete trash, and then I'm not saying it's a good surprise anymore. So hopefully it comes out and it's pretty good. Hades is getting a physical release. I've yet to try out Hades. I know. Don't kill me, internet. But I've yet to try out Hades. I'm pretty much debating on if I want to get the PC version or the Switch version, and I'm leaning towards PC, but I don't know. It's just something about the Switch that I'm thinking about getting it for that, but I don't know. But everybody loves Hades since it's been previewed. Everybody's loved it. Everybody's loved it even more since it was released. So I'm sure a lot of people are happy to get a physical copies. Yes, people still buy physical copies of games. I know I do. I like having physical copies, you know. I'm not ready to go all the way digital. So I can appreciate a good physical copy of a game. They showed the Ninja Gaiden collection. Not the collection everybody was hoping for. You know, everybody's hoping for the Legend of Zelda collection. So here they come with the Ninja Gaiden collection. Ninja Gaiden's never been a thing for me, just because I know those games are super hard, you know. Nothing against super hard games. I'm all for trying them out, but I don't need games stressing me out like that. I'm currently playing through Jedi Fallen Order, and that's probably one of the hardest games I've ever played. And it's doing a good job of stressing me, along with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, you know, going through the flight school on there and the driving school. Those are pretty frustrating as well. They're probably about all the stress I can handle from a game at the moment. So I don't need something like Ninja Gaiden added to my stress levels. But I'm sure some people will love it. You know, people are gluttons for punishment and will eat up that type of thing. Looking at you, Soulsborne players. Bravely Default 2. They showed that. I know people are looking forward to that. I always wanted to try out one of the Bravely Default games. I would always see them on the DS. But I never had a DS. I had every Game Boy as a kid growing up, but never got into any of the DSs. So I never got into Bravely Default. But the game looks cool. It looks like something I would enjoy playing. Maybe this would be what gets me into it. You know, looking for something to sink time into once again. Also looking to give my Switch more playtime. I done fell off with my Switch. So maybe Bravely Default could be the game to get me back into it. They showed Ghosts and Goblins. And I think you can get Ghosts and Goblins for free right now until like February 25th, if I'm not mistaken. So let me know in the chat if I'm wrong about that. Ghosts and Goblins. I think it's supposed to be a super hard game as well. So anybody that want to get stressed out by a game, go pick that up. They showed Saga Frontier Remastered. It's not too sure about that. Let's go look that up right quick. The beloved 1998 RPG classic is reborn with improved graphics, additional features, and new main character. Experience this role-playing adventure as one of the 8 heroes with each of their own storyline and goals. With the free scenario system, unfold your own unique journey. So I guess it's basically like your typical RPG. That's what it sounds like, which is nothing wrong with that. I love RPGs. But it didn't look too interesting to me. Maybe because I don't have any experience with it in my past. I'm sure a lot of people who grew up playing it seen that and went crazy. I'm looking at some screenshots from it. It kind of looks interesting. I can see it being something fun, maybe. Like I said, it didn't really do anything to me, but I like RPGs. You know, I'm a fan of Final Fantasies and games like that. So who knows? That might be something I'm interested in as well. Let me know, is Saga Frontier a game you grew up playing as a kid, or if it's something you were looking forward to? Let me know. And then they finally showed Apex. I know some people are actually excited for Apex Legends to be coming to the Switch next month, when you can already play it on everything else. But you know, some people prefer to play the games on the Switch. Nothing wrong with that. So should be a good influx of players on the Switch from day one. Hopefully it runs well on the Switch. Hopefully the servers are good for the Switch. I wonder how they're gonna do the crossplay with that. Will they just keep Switch players grouped with like other Switch players and mobile players, Or will they let Switch players play with the console players and the PC players? I can see that going really bad if the Switch version of the game doesn't run as well as the other versions of the game, you know, but we have to wait and see. And then we finally got to look at some Legend of Zelda stuff. You know, everybody was hyped up for the trilogy. Everybody was hyped up for Breath of the Wild 2. They went ahead and came out and said, no, this is not Breath of the Wild 2. Breath of the Wild 2 will be later this year, not right now. And then they went on to show what they was working on. And it was Skyward Sword HD. So no trilogy, but at least they are redoing a game that people actually want to play. So I know it's going to be people mad and people happy about this. Some people really wanted a trilogy. Some people will be happy just to get the one game. Me, I don't really care either way, but I would have preferred them to do a trilogy. But if they're actually remaking this or remastering this from the ground up, instead of like how they did the Mario 3D collection, you know, they basically just put the 3 games together. They didn't really do any work to improve them, which is kind of sucky to me. I know. I mean, it's 3 games for $60, but you didn't really do anything to them, you know. I'd rather you actually work on the game, make it, improve it, make it better, add something new to it if you're going to make people buy it again and again, you know. So if they're actually them improving the games, I guess one by one is okay. But I don't see why they couldn't do the trilogy and improve the games at the same time if they're going to charge you $60 for it. You know, that's just my opinion though. You know, some people might see it differently. Let me know how you feel about them just releasing one game instead of the Zelda trilogy. Oh, and they also showed some special edition Joy-Cons for it, and them shits was fire. I'm not even a super huge Zelda fan, but I seen those Joy-Cons and I'm like, yo, they're nice. I wouldn't mind having those. And then they ended the direct with some Splatoon 3 stuff. And I felt like that was a low point compared to the Zelda stuff. I felt like they should have ended with the Zelda. But, you know, Splatoon has its fans. I'm not a Splatoon fan, but it definitely has its fans. And some people are probably happy about that. You know, I wasn't expecting a Splatoon 3. And the first part they showed for it, I don't know what that was about. It showed the Inklings walking around in like an environment as if it was like a, I don't want to say a new game, but a new mode for the game. You know, typically Splatoon is just like you fighting in your arenas. I want to say arenas or your battlefields or whatever. Don't crucify me. I'm about to say chat again. Used to being on Twitch every day. Don't crucify me. You know, I'm not a Splatoon player, so I don't know what you really call the map, or if that's a feature that's already on the game. How they showed the Inkling walking around at the beginning. As if they was out in the open world, about to go fight something, you know, about to go fight something on Monster Hunter, you know, something like that. But I've already seen some people pretty hyped up about Splatoon 3, so more power to you guys. Glad you guys got another game in a series that you love. So that was the Nintendo Direct. Let me know what was the high points for you guys, what were the low points for you guys, and what were you hoping them to show that they didn't show. For me, I was hoping for some Switch Pro news. I was hoping for them to show something about Pokemon Snap. You know, we got Pokemon Snap coming up, but I guess they probably wait till closer to release time to show some more Pokemon Snap stuff. I had chat saying they would have loved some Nintendo 64 news, or them adding Virtual Console or more games, or like GameCube games and Virtual Console stuff for that. But low key, I feel like they're pretty much done with Virtual Console talk. I think they see now that they can re-release the Nintendo 64 games, and people will buy them and be happy buying them. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just go that route now and be like, you know what, forget the Virtual Console. We just gonna re-release the games however we want to. People buy it. Hopefully they still give us a Virtual Console like they're doing with the NES and Super NES. Hopefully they do that. But we have to see, because you know Nintendo going Nintendo, and they're gonna leave you scratching your head like, what? Like why they do that? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, share it with your friends. If you'd like to hang out with me while I play some games live and watch videos like the Nintendo Direct live, you can do so over on twitch.tv/onthesticks. I'm live typically Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern to around 3:30 p.m. Eastern. So come hang out with me and my community and have a good time. All right, you guys, that's it for Stick Talk for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and be sure to check back here daily for more content here at On The Sticks. Thanks.